Hi, this is Morale Fiber back with more Tunisian crochet tutorials. In this video, I just want to go over a little bit how Tunisian is constructed and how it's a little bit different than regular crochet. And I've got my first foundation row on camera here. I'm going to give you a good look up close. We have our first row made on our foundation of chain stitches. And here we'll look up close a little bit at these stitches. So if you remember from our foundation video, we made a chain length and then pulled up these loops on the hook from that chain. And as you can see there's our two loops, one on either side, and those are from when those stitches were on the hook. It's just a loop that goes over and down toward the back. And on top we have these return pass stitches, which kind of link those loops together. The return pass is really just a chain stitch that traps those loops together. As you can see, they're tensioned both at the top and at the bottom. They're connected side to side and top to bottom. So Tunisian is really a tightly woven stitch, kind of unlike regular crochet where the stitches aren't really connected as much in between. As you can see, these are both samples of Tunisian simple stitch. It's the very most basic stitch that you can do in Tunisian crochet. There are many different types of Tunisian crochet stitches, but this one is easy and it's kind of the starter stitch. I've got the block on the left is made with a foundation chain. I'm going to stretch this one out for you. There's several rows on these pieces. And the piece on the left, as I said, starts with the foundation chain. So we have our chain stitches showing across the bottom. It does curl. Tunisian is very curly. Here we go. There's our bottom curl. And the top row looks a little bit looser than the rest because it hasn't been worked into yet. Since Tunisian works into the bottom row in several different ways, the top row often looks loose like that. You can fix that by working a slip stitch across the top if that look bothers you. I'm going to do a video for that as well. And Tunisian also has what's called a bias. And if you're a sewer, you'll be familiar with this term. It means the fabric is going to want to stretch more in one direction than the other. As you can see, I'm stretching it toward the right and then toward the left, and it stretches toward the right easier because I'm right-handed. If you are a left-handed crocheter, it will slant easier, just a little bit easier in the direction of your dominant hand, which would be your left if you're a lefty. So be aware of that. If you see your pieces looking a little bit wonky, that might be the reason. Now this piece is made with the foundation Tunisian stitch, and as you can see, it does help reduce the curl on the bottom just a bit. Showing these two together, I flop them around a little bit. The one on the right is just slightly less curly on the bottom from that foundation Tunisian stitch, which I do have a video tutorial for. To reduce curling, you can kind of pin these pieces out and wet block them, which is really just pin them to a soft surface. I use a yoga mat, and then using a spray bottle to dampen them with water, and that will help when it dries to shape these pieces. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you got a better knowledge of Tunisian crochet from this video, and it should help you with the other tutorials I'll be posting soon. So be sure to like and subscribe if you liked this content, and stick around for more Tunisian. Thanks.